Hi guys, it's Liliana the Magnificent and welcome back to my main city, Dukes of Honey. In this video, I am going to cover how to approach the 2021 fall event Questline and the best way to move through it and kind of how to go about navigating it. So first off, let's pop over to the Questline itself and how they are laid out within the FoE wiki, which is very helpful. Okay, so with this, it's very special. There is a main event quest line. Once you work your way through that, and they do allow even two open at a time, which is something that is kind of special to this event, and I think one other, but I can't remember which one it is. Then then you move into the dailies, and those get released once a day, so you can't speed through those, but it does kind of slow you down. So let's look at all of them. Let's look at how to approach. Okay, so gathering supplies. That would be anything from productions within your city. So that would be within your, let's see, build mode. And then you go to this little production building. And then any of these would be linked to giving you supplies. Along with that, too, something that I like to do is I will kind of move this area here so that it is open. And something that I like to do is either build a military building over and over again. So, like, you can see it costs so much supplies and so many coins, and then I'll delete it. Or I'll go into my inventory, I'll go to the end, and a lot of times you have different things within your inventory that you can build and then delete, and that'll satisfy it as well. So, that's something really quick to do for supplies and for also gathering coins, if per se your city has already been collected. Otherwise, wait for your collection time and then be strategic about collecting buildings as you do. Spending forge points, the easiest way is either sniping or using, hopefully your guild has, a 1.9 leveling thread. So let me show off ours. So there's our 1.9 thread. You can take spots and spend forge points that way. You can also work on self-donating to your buildings like I have been here. And then that also satisfies those quests because you're dropping forge points on them. Okay, building any type of cultural buildings or even production buildings, you're going to go into your inventory, see if you have any that are already there that are free to place, or you can go into build mode and then place those down. You want to make sure to have an area. So I always, like I said, I try to have a little area. I'll move things. Obviously, there's a lot of blacksmiths. We'll talk about those. However, if you have an unbuilt military building within your city that you're using for your Alcatraz, you can also delete that military building and place it there. Just make sure to replace your military building once you are ready for it again. Okay. Donating to your guild treasury, what you will do is you will visit your guild page. And then you'll go to the treasury. If you're playing on mobile, it's in this bottom right hand area. But then, oops, well, hello, treasury goods. I just want to actually, I don't really want to see what's going on in my treasury. Okay, thanks. I was about to say that's FOE helper helping you. What you can do is you can select a good, be mindful if it's saying of your era or a previous era, or if it doesn't say an era and it's just a general donate so many goods to the treasury, then you can select, make sure to drop them, and then press donate. So that's really helpful. You can actually see right here, this is where this main event quest line splits to quest A and quest B. You can move through both of these simultaneously. How I like to approach it is kind of move until you get to a point where you're stuck, and then hopefully when you get stuck it's because they're kind of paired together. So you can see this one is a 4-hour production and this one is an 8-hour production. So within my city right now I'm waiting on both of those. I have some 4 hours and they're actually going to be ready really soon. And then I have some 8 hours down here. So I've tried to pair it so that those are together. Be mindful about when you're motivating or polishing, and I'll kind of talk about that to have those happening at the same time so you're not double dipping too much. And you can just do them all at once versus one time and then another time. Okay, let's look through these. I'm going to try to go and look side by side as we do. There's a lot of production building, like finish 15-minute, 5-minute, 4-hour, 8-hour, like you just saw. That's why I have all of these blacksmiths running in my city, even though I'm in contemporary era. These are a really small building and they satisfy it. Now, if there is a special event quest that specifically says of current era or previous era, that's why I have my sleigh builders out. Also, the little 2x3 level 1 cider mills also are super helpful for this, and these are tied to your current era. You can also look within build mode and place them within your era. However, if you're a higher era player, this might not necessarily be the route that you take. Sorry, I should switch it because of that 2-lane road requirement. I don't have any 2-lane roads in my city, so that's why I use the sleigh builder or the cider mill. Okay. Be mindful of guild expedition. They are not necessarily using where you like complete level 1, like right here. It's solving 6 encounters. So if you speed through guild expedition and you hit this solve 6 encounters, you could be stuck until next week. So be kind of cautious about guild expedition this round, you guys. Okay, here's another donate. Recruiting units. Okay, so whenever you see recruit units, you can get them from your Alcatraz. You can have military buildings within your city, like rogues do not count, I should say. So here's my little rogue. These do not count because it is on all age. They need to be tied to an era. So just be mindful about having military buildings that are of your era. Otherwise, places that you can earn some extra troops is either in guild expedition as rewards or in guild battlegrounds as rewards. So just be mindful you can get extra troops that way. Along with that too, I think you can get some extra troops as a reward within the PvP arena. So that is super helpful as well. Okay, building military units is the same kind of, or buildings, sorry, the same kind of concept as cultural or production buildings. Same as residential buildings, all of those you just want to do in a space. Once you've placed them, you guys, you can delete them right away. You don't have to wait for them to be fully built, which is really helpful. Just place and delete so that you can get your city back to what it looked like before. There's going to be a lot of defeating small armies or solving negotiations. So just be mindful of those. Activating boosts, that's within your friend's tavern. So they might just say any kind of boost, and then I normally, my go-to is either a coin boost if I know I don't necessarily need it at the present. Otherwise, I'll do an attacker boost, which is also not very expensive. Make sure you're selecting the lowest one so that you're not spending 3,000 and then having to wait 4 hours, unless you're planning on doing a lot of guild battlegrounds or something like that. Okay. Continuing on, defeating units. I really like to do guild expedition or guild battlegrounds for that because there's different sectors, or even just as you're moving through in encounters in guild expedition that you can just hit and defeat so many units so that you can satisfy that quest. Visiting friends' taverns, and also if it ever says motivate or polish, so let's visit my friends. You can see whenever you have a little chair button, that's when you're visiting a tavern. You see this aid button, aiding or polishing. On mobile is that nice little star on everybody's avatar, just so you know that those are tied to motivating or polishing if you see that as a quest that it's asking you to do. Building, win battles without losing. Be mindful of that. That can be tricky. Make sure your attrition is low in guild battlegrounds if you do that, or that guild expedition, you're in a lower level. Otherwise, I'll go to the back of my neighborhood. So, like, I'll go to my neighborhood and I'm at the back. You can kind of hit these littler players and you should always beat them. So, that's a kind of woohoo, yay. Otherwise, you do also have your not guild continent map. Although you could probably hit something in guild continent map if you're playing on computer or PC, but I'm going for this continent map. You might see things with infiltrating sectors here. That would be this infiltrate button. Otherwise, you can attack here as well. Just be mindful that it could push you into another era if you're not ready for that. and you have to cycle through within your quest to get it back. Okay, let's see. We're looking some more where any hangups might be. Gaining happiness. Oh, I don't struggle with this anymore, you guys. I used to struggle all the time. Oh, I guess that's not necessarily happiness. That's enthusiasm. If your city is not this happy gold enthusiastic, you can always go here into your tavern shop. This is one of my go-tos. And you can quick make your city enthusiastic. However, gaining happiness, what you're going to want to do is once again, either go into your inventory and try to build small decorations, not cultural buildings, decorations, or you're going to go into build mode and you're going to go to decorations, not cultural buildings, because cultural buildings take longer. These decorations are smaller. They build, like you can see, within 5 seconds really, really quickly. So once again, you're going to want to have a space within your city to build a bunch of these over and over again and then delete them over and over again until those gain happiness quests are satisfied. Ooh, exchanging things within your antique building. Okay, so you can actually see I've got about 14 minutes, I think, till this is ready to collect. However, I'm not going to collect it. Instead, this is just going to sit there and wait until that event quest pops up, and then I can quick satisfy my antique dealer by, yay, collecting it. So don't collect it right away. Wait until that event quest pops up, you guys. When it says acquire sectors, that has to do with your personal content map, not sectors within GBG or Guild Battlegrounds. FYI. Spending tavern silver, that would be like making one of your boosts, which also kind of goes along with activating boosts. See how those are kind of paired? That's nice. Ooh, here's another solve 5 encounters in Guild Expedition, so be careful. However, they do also have this solve moderate negotiation, so that's good. You can kind of get out of it if you've already completed Guild Expedition. Okay, let's see. We're just going to look for any others. Researching a technology. Ooh, that's within your research tree. Be mindful about this, you guys. It could pop you up to another era. Granted, I'm super far from Tomorrow Era and I need to get out of Contemporary Era soon. So I should probably do some of that. But that would be researching a technology there. Otherwise, there is that donate to your guild treasury option, which is awesome. Oh, this one is specifically contributing forge points to a great building. That's neat. Or recruiting units. Okay, let's see. Gathering goods. Oh my goodness, that's one of my favorites. To do loop trades. Let's see if we have any. Not there, silly. It would be within your message center. So what essentially you do, um, you're going to see a lot of these. Oh, see, I've got guildmates that did a little circle here. What you do is you do a loop trade. You'll post it within your guild and they will pick those trades up and it'll satisfy it. So how do you do that? Not only can you, like I said, pick up gathering goods within your city, but if you want a quicker way that you don't have to wait, what we'll do is we're going to go into our market and you will create an offer. And like this obviously is not my era, but I'll just kind of show what you would do. So you've got a nickel and an electromagnet. So what I would do is I would do 100 nickel and 100 electromagnets, create the offer, and then you just switch them. So then this one would be the, oh my gosh, if I can even find it, electromagnets. I don't even know where it is, you guys. Oh my goodness. But either way, what you do is you put the electromagnets here and then you put nickel here, do 100 again, and then create offer. You'd post those to your guild as a circle trade or a loop trade. And then once your guildmate picks them up, suddenly you've just switched and swapped 200 goods and ta-da! A gathering good quest is satisfied. Fantastic. Okay, let's see. We're looking again, seeing if there's anything that I haven't talked about that might stump you. Gaining control of a province is specifically within your continent map, not guild battlegrounds. And a province, you guys, is different than a sector. So if we go to the continent map, I will show you. So this whole thing right here is a province. See, province information. You can see that at the top. However, if you go into the province, you can see sector information. So be mindful of that. A province is a whole thing that you might have to take down to satisfy that, gaining control of one. Okay, let's see. We're peeking quickly just to see if there's anything else that might stump you. But I'm not seeing anything. Okay, so then after you've satisfied those, you can go as fast as you want. Then there's these daily quests. They release one a day. And ooh, once you hit this quest 55, this is super important, you guys. You get the event surprise box. You're absolutely going to want it because I've heard that the Halloween event building this year is fantastic. So, this event surprise box will most likely contain a selection kit in there for that event building. Oh, hello. So, make sure to pick that up, you guys. You want it. Okay, anyway, we're looking back at the quest line per se, seeing if there's anything else that I haven't talked about that you might need. There's polishing and motivating. Oop, there's another solving encounters in guild expedition. Ooh, yeah, or acquiring sectors. So if you definitely can't move up within your continent map, you need to be mindful of that guild expedition piece again. There's a lot of these. Like I said, normally they used to do like solving all of level 1 or something. Now they're doing specifically encounters. So that's kind of sneaky and smart on them versus just having everybody be all the way done with guild expedition and then it just automatically satisfies it. I like it. They're getting snaky. They're getting schnikey on us. Okay. Um, building a goods building from your age. That's the same kind of concept as your military building or production buildings. Um, my goodness, I'm not seeing anything else though. Oh, here's that first difficulty. So there is that first difficulty or level 1 of Guild Expedition. I spoke too soon. They still had that in, you guys. Okay, there's those production buildings that are tied to your age, the production. So that's when I would use my sleigh builder and my cider mills. Winning battles, solving negotiations, and then ta-da, you have this fun portrait. Okay, so honestly, not too bad of an event quest line. Um, very doable, I will say. Very, very doable. Things that I really like is you can at least fly through 55 quests really, really quickly. You can see that I'm already at 29 and we're only 18 days in. So I've got time to get to that 55 mark. Along with it, I will say, I'm not sure. Oh, I've already unlocked it. I was just going to talk about the Event Hub Edition. Definitely make sure the big highlights of the quest line, you want to get 20 and you want to get 55. 55 is when you got that special event box. But this Event Hub is really neat when you go and you visit your event hub, and normally it's a special kind of boost that you get. So this one is a construction time boost. So anything you build in your city, it'll be 8% quicker. So that's kind of cool. But past ones have been like attack for your attacking army or defense for your attacking army. Just boosts that last so many days. Really helpful, really neat. Plus you get little check marks that say you did it. So woohoo! Really neat. Either way, you guys, hopefully this video was helpful. Hopefully you can plow through all of your events, your quests, I should say, really quickly. Make sure to save up all of your ingredients for something that you really want here and that you're kind of dividing those out, spreading them out so you're not left with like 30 apples and zeros of everything else, you guys, because then you'll really be stuck. So you can kind of see I've kept this very spread across. So that makes it really nice when you're looking at spending things. Okay, yay! Hopefully this video was helpful, you guys. If it was, give it a like. You can always subscribe to my channel, be on the lookout for my live streams, and also check out my Discord below. You'll be notified of videos, especially my live streams, when I do post there. Hopefully you're enjoying the fall colors that are maybe changing for you where you're living. Unless you are somewhere else on the planet and it's like summertime or wintertime by you, then maybe it's not fall at all. Anyway, see you guys real soon. Bye.